Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0, and that game today perfectly sums up why, as long as Arsenal have Mikel Arteta in charge, we are not going to do anything. From the starting 11, from the way we played, from the changes, to the way he reacted to the goal, everything about that game today encapsulates fully why we cannot win anything under this manager. And look, our record isn't good at Anfield. I know that. I'm pretty sure I can't even remember the last time we won there in the league. We won there in the cup, I'm pretty sure, once on penalties. That's about it. But we should have won that game today. I don't care what anyone said. I'm not trying to hear anything because Liverpool were rubbish today. They were not good at all. That first half, we were the better team. However, there was nothing in the final third for us. Liverpool were nothing today. They didn't do anything. There was at one point when they hadn't even had a touch in our box yet, in our defensive box, and the reason why we probably didn't go ahead is probably the starting 11, and definitely is a starting 11, because you cannot go into a game like this where Liverpool are there for the taking. Yes, they won their first two games, but they've not looked good in any of them at all. They've thrown away 2-0 leads twice. They've defensively looked shaky for the first couple of games of this season, and the way that Arteta set up today, like playing Marino, Zubimendi and Rice in the same midfield, I don't get the thinking behind that at all. And when I first saw the lineup, I thought, you know what, maybe this guy's going with 4-4-2. Maybe he will put Gyökeres and Mikel Merino up front. But again, I was then thinking to myself, that makes too much sense, because this guy, this manager, nothing makes sense at all. To him, common sense is not common one bit. And to start that team, you know, Gabriel Martinelli, I don't know what any more people have to see regarding that guy. That guy needs to be sold. I think the window shuts tomorrow at like 7. That guy needs to be gone. One pass, all he had to do to feed in Gyökeres. That's all he had to do. One simple pass, feed in Gyökeres, and he's through on goal. We probably go 1-0 up. But no, this guy holds onto the ball way too long. And I'm pretty sure he went out for a goal kick in the end. I can't remember, because he tried to take on Szoboszlai and tried to feed in the pass. I'm like, what are you doing, honestly? And there was another situation as well where he was 1-on-1 with Szoboszlai. And look, Szoboszlai, as much as I rate him at right back, and I think he is Liverpool's best right back, he's not a right back. And any winger who has anything about them isolates Szoboszlai and takes him on 1v1. But no, this guy tries to thread it through inside. But look, we played the first half out. Madueke, fair play to him, he was definitely our best player. Him and Calafiori, in my opinion, were our best two players, because I'll go from the team one by one that started. David Raya, I was looking at him in regards to the Szoboszlai goal. However, that free kick was, that was unbelievable. And I've got to watch it back again, because when your goalkeeper concedes a shot from that far out, when no one was expecting that to go in, I've got to look at him differently. However, that free kick was good. But like I said, I've got to watch it again, because at first when I saw it, it did look a bit weird to me. But yeah, in regards to our defence, it was unlucky for Saliba to come off, and the amount of injuries that we've had now in this team. We saw Timber go down in stoppage time. That didn't look great at all. I'm hoping the Saliba's okay, because to come off that early into the game, something must have gone wrong, and hopefully nothing went wrong in the warm-up or in training beforehand, because we heard nothing at all. But that's all when your defender comes off that early, it's not a good sign. But to be fair, Mosquera, when he came on, he did impress me quite a bit, and he did start off a little bit shaky, in my opinion. His passing was a bit heavy at times. He was given maybe one or two hospital balls, but look, I think he actually done all right. And to come in a game of this magnitude at Anfield and played it decently, to be fair, wouldn't say he was outstanding, but I think he done his thing in defence. And I think having Gabriel next to him was definitely a bonus as well. Tim Barthorpe played well for the majority of the game. However, he started to get a bit shaky as soon as Liverpool were piling on the pressure. Especially, I think there was one instance where he thought David Raya was coming to collect the ball, and he didn't even need to touch the ball before it, because it would have gone out for a goal kick, but then conceded some stupid corner. But apart from that, I thought it wasn't too bad, to be fair. I think Gakpo was trying to get physical with him at times, but wasn't bad, but it wasn't great from Timber, I'll put it that way. Calafiori, like I said, I thought he was one of our better players today. Him and Madueke. The only players actually looks like they wanted to try and win this game. And yeah, I'll get on to Madueke now, to be fair. I think we know Madueke, I know Madueke isn't a quality player. He hasn't got that much quality in him. However, he was looking threatening, and he was getting us up the pitch, because Martinelli on the other side wasn't doing anything. But when the ball did go to Madueke, he actually looks like he was going to do something, and he did look clumsy on the ball, to be fair, whenever he got it. But yeah, I think you definitely see how we did miss Bukayo Saka today, because I think in them type of situations, Saka would have made more out of it, instead of, the crosses going out for corners, but fair play to Madueke. I thought he'd done all right today. I'm going to get onto all three midfielders. Zubimendi I thought was not good today at all. I thought he was getting pressure quite a lot, and that's one thing I've seen about Zubimendi, because he doesn't strike me as a physical player, and playing that from the back, he was getting caught quite a few times. The amount of times that he played that from the back, by the way, when we just never needed to, was very annoying. But first half he done all right. It wasn't great, I would say, but I think second half he was not good at all, and especially giving the free kick away for the goal. He looks proper shaky after that as well. But yeah, it wasn't great from Zubimendi, if I'm being honest. Declan Rice I thought was okay. He wasn't great, but to be fair, one thing about him today was his deliveries on corners were fucking awful compared to what they used to be. And like I said, he was all right in open play. He wasn't bad, but he definitely wasn't the Declan Rice we normally see. He's done well to win the ball quite a bit whenever Liverpool were trying to counter. To be fair, he dealt with Florian Wirtz and that pretty well. Didn't give them a sniff throughout that whole game until he got taken off. The other midfielder who should not have started at all, and he played pretty badly, Mikel Merino. There was no need for this guy to start, and unless you're going to play him up front, which we're not going to play now because we have Gyökeres there is genuinely no point of playing him at all, because this guy, he does nothing apart from pass sideways and backwards. Can't turn on the ball at all. He is stiff as anything. And like I said, it did not need to start. If Ødegaard was fit to play, you start him, or you do what I wanted to do and you start either Ethan or Eze. But them two not starting is again another reason why Gyökeres did not play well today at all. Kanate pretty much was dealing with him fairly comfortably. However, this guy was not getting any opportunities at all to make runs in behind, to do anything like how we want to see him play. And that comes down again to this manager. I guarantee you, if we had Eze and, let's say Eze and Ødegaard play today, I guarantee you we would have won that game comfortably. And I'm not even joking, because the amount of times when we're trying to get the ball to the final third and we had Mikel Merino passing it backwards and sideways instead of someone going on the half turn feeding our attackers, Liverpool were there for the taking today. And I'm not going to sit here, and even to be fair, even if the game finished 0-0, I would not have been happy with that result at all, because we should have won this game today. Manager, that is the sole reason why we haven't. Takes until the 70th minute pretty much to bring on Eze and Ødegaard, and to top it all off, it's the 88th minute and he brings on Max Dowman. This guy, I remember a few years ago, we were like 4-0 down to Man City. What are you doing? And this guy is a reason why we're not going to do anything this season. Yes, we'll beat them, like teams like Leeds, all them teams like that, but when it comes to games like this where you have to make a statement, you have to win, and all it took today was to play your normal 11, play the way we know you can get this team playing, and we win the game. Simple as that. I'm totally convinced we would have won this game today. We've gone about it in a more brave, positive manner, but no, this coward of a manager cannot get this team playing. He has zapped all the creativity out of this team, and yeah, it's a tough one to take, but nothing much we can do. It's the international break now, it's a tough way to go out, but we've got to wait and see. We've got Champions League kicking in the next sort of part of the season. Got some big games coming up as well: Newcastle, City, Forest at home. We've got Bilbao's our first Champions League game, but yes, annoying man, but that's it from me. Anyways, like, sub and share, do whatever you got to do, and I'll see you lot in a bit. I'll tear out.